the complete name for 六合八法 is called 华越心意六合八法. It's quite long, right? Let's go maybe word at a time here. Okay, first two words, 华越. It's spelled as H-U-A-Y-U-E for those who are interested or making notes. 华越. 华越 suggests that this form belongs to the school of Hua Mountain, Huashan, the Hua Mountain, because the form was believed to have been created by a Taoist hermit, Master Xingyi, who lived on Hua Mountain, and that is located in China's north-central province of Shanxi. Okay, so that's the first two words, 华越. Okay, now next two words, 心意, 心意, X-I-N-Y-I, 心意. Okay. Now, 心意 literally refers to the heart and the mind. I like to actually translate it as the intuitive mind as well as the logical mind. Okay, so that's 心意. And then we have 六合八法. Right, so the four words. Now, 六合, L-I-U-H-E, what you're seeing, right? The name of the form, 六合. 六合 is translated as 6 unities. Okay, 6 unities. And the last two words, 八法, 八法 meaning 8 principles. Okay, so how are we doing? Are we lost or are we okay? So it's a very long name, 华越心意六合八法. All right. Okay. Now, this form, aside from from the martial applications, it was created by Master Xingyi to primarily benefit health, strengthen the body, dispel sickness, and increase longevity. And thousands of years in the making, this form has evolved to incorporate the qualities and strengths of the 3 major internal styles of Chinese martial arts: Tai Chi, right, Ba Gua, and Xingyi. Now, the form is said to have the firm softness and fluidity of Tai Chi, right? The intense power of Xingyi, and the coiling or the agility of Ba Gua. These are just, the 3 major styles of Chinese internal martial art, and some of you here have been practicing this with us for many years too, so you might be more familiar. Okay, so Liu He Ba Fa has incorporated the characteristics of these major styles, internal styles. And yet it's in a class by itself. It's a very unique form of internal Chinese martial arts. And, like the great many styles in Chinese martial arts, Liu He Ba Fa embodies profound Taoist philosophies. Okay. And the central theme of Taoist philosophy is the yin and yang theories. Are you familiar with the yin and yang theories? Yin and yang, the two opposing but yet complementary energies of nature, which are constantly interacting with each other. For example, male, female, night and day, soft and hard, right? Static, moving, active, passive, tension, relaxation, forceful, yielding, right? So on and so forth. So in general, yang symbolizes the masculine, the firm, the strong, the dynamic, right? The odd numbers, or things that are active. And yin symbolizes the feminine, the yielding, the soft, the even numbers, and things that are passive. Okay, but yin and yang, they're relative. They're not absolute. Everything that is yin contains some element of yang. And everything that is yang contains some element of yin. And yin and yang are constantly changing and transforming into one another. The relation and interaction of yin and yang form the basis of thought and expression in Taoism and also throughout the whole of Chinese culture. Okay, so maintaining a balance of yin and yang in all aspects of our lives will result in good health and well-being. Okay. Now, in Liu He Ba Fa, the concept of yin and yang is very well expressed through the movements. You know, it's the way how we align our body, or how we move about, how the movements are performed, right? It's through breathing, or the relationship between the mind and the movements, and so on and so forth. Okay. Now, Liu He meaning 6 unities. Liu He actually depicts how yin and yang harmonize each other in the form. Okay. I'll quickly go through what these 6 unities are. Okay, Liu He, 6 unities. 6 unities refer to, first one is 体合于心. Okay, meaning body unites with heart mind. Okay, body unites with heart mind. That's the first unity. Second one, the heart mind unites with yi, logical mind. Okay, so 心合于意. The third one is logical mind unites with energy, qi, 意合于气. And then qi, or energy, unites with spirit, 气合于神. Okay. Spirit unites with action or movement. So, shén 合于动. And then action, right, or movement, unites with emptiness or stillness. 动合于空. Okay, so those are the 6 unities. Each one of these unities is a representation of yin and yang. And it's that harmony between yin and yang. Okay, don't worry about remembering all this. Okay, it's really meant to just give you an idea of the philosophical background of the art, which in the early stages of your learning, you may find it more difficult to get a deeper understanding, but will most likely come to deep appreciation as you move forward with your learning and practice. Okay, now, 八法, the last 2 words, 八法 means 8 principles. 8 principles. Again, I'll briefly walk you through the 8 principles. Okay, first one, we have qi, which you should be more familiar, energy. Okay, second, we have gu, meaning bone. It's the bone power. Okay, when we practice form, how we really strengthen our bones, bone power. Third one, we have xing. Xing meaning shape. Shape, it's mimicking the shape of the natural phenomenon, like the mountain, water, various animals, the trees, you know, flowers, people. Right? So it's not just about mimicking the shape of this phenomenon, but it's about be one with it. Okay, so one with that natural phenomenon. Okay, so that's shape, xing, and qi, gu, xing, And then we have 随 meaning follow. Follow one movement, follow another in a very fluid way, a very smooth way. Okay, so that's follow. Then we have 提 meaning lifting or elevating. So it's you're having an elevated, your elevated sense of spirit. Your spirit is lifted. Okay, so that's 提. 还 meaning return or going back and forth. Really, it just describes how the movements, right? It's just moving about. You're moving forward, backward, and left and right, and going around and going forward and coming back, right? Going back and forth. So that's 还. And then we have 乐 holding steady. There are times where you need to be holding steady. Okay, so holding steady. And then the last one, we have 伏 meaning hiding or concealment. Okay, so movements hidden within movements. Okay, you're trying to elude your opponent, trick your opponent. That's the idea. Okay, so that's the 8 principles. And as we, don't worry about all this again, remembering them, but as we move along, I'll be talking more about all of this. Okay, just to give you a general idea here. So the 6 unities, the 8 principles, 六合八法. Okay, the form 六合八法is very versatile. Okay, we can practice with a focus on training our fitness, strength, and stamina by going into lower stances, learning how to root ourselves, build our leg strength, by relaxing deeply with our upper body, right? Or we can focus on how the body generates energy or qi, right? Through ideal alignment of our bodily parts and postures. Okay, and so we can channel qi into powerful movements known as 发劲 or meaning emitting power, right, for martial purpose. Okay, and what has been a very popular focus for students during recent years, especially last year when COVID hit, right, was practicing the form in a very meditative way. Okay, as a form of qigong, with the focus on quieting the mind and paying attention to how the different movements circulate qi or energy in the major meridians and vessels in the body, and how the role of rhythmic breathing plays in this whole process. Okay, so as you can see, the versatility of this form. Okay, learning and mastering this form offers a beautiful way to strengthen your body and refine your mind and spirit.